In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways you may want to do a stop end in fascia gutter. Let's call the first way bottoms up. Measure the full height of your guttering, and as it's high fronted, it's going to be the front side. Transfer that measurement onto the underside on the base and proceed to square it up around the entire piece. You're going to want to add a tab at the front like so. And the same goes for the rear, as you'll need these two as fixing points to hold the stop end in place. I'm measuring the height of the back of the guttering and then transferring it onto my tab. And that's because when I end up folding it up, this section will slide into the rear like so. Now what you're going to want to do is start cutting it all out, remembering to leave all your tabbed areas. Stop ends like this are great if it's sitting against a wall, and it's really up to you whether you taper it from the front to the back once you are done. Give it a rivet and seal, which I'm not going to, and there is your first stop end option. I'm going to cut this off and get ready for the next one, which I'm going to call the wraparound. For this one, you're going to measure the full width of your guttering. You're going to first add about a 20mm tab at the rear of the guttering and then add on the full width measurement. On the base of your gutter, you're going to square up that measurement across, and then you're going to add another tab like so. And just for clarity, this is where your laps are and what they will look like. Now we're back to cutting it all out. And so with a stop end like this, it's not full height, and I wouldn't recommend doing it if, once again, it wasn't sitting against some brickwork or an area where it's covered. Wrap it around, give it a rivet and seal, and this is another version of a stop end. But moving on to the last one, this stop end is the one that I would use if you had an exposed corner. I guess in a way, it's a return stop end. This time I'm simply going to mark the width of the guttering on the face, square it up. However, this time you're going to leave that tab on the underside, front side of the guttering. You're then going to square up the back and add a tab on here. I'm simply demonstrating that you can do things a million different ways, and it's really up to you to find out how you are comfortable doing it. On the bead, you're going to want to mark a 45 each way and then leave a little bit of excess on one of the sides. And now we're back to trimming everything out. Now, a couple of things about doing a stop end this way: you keep a consistent bead, you keep the consistent profile wrapping around, and all in all, it's just a better finish. Rivet and seal it up, and I hope you learned something.